All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeft TV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Apple Valley Speedway. This is TurnLeft TV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Indy Car Brasil heads on into Apple Valley. We know that is California. It's race number 9 in that 2019 Indy Z Car series. 150 laps tonight. High speed. Very, very fun track for Indy cars. And of course, it's live right here on TurnLeft TV. But we get a tight points battle tonight. This could be a pivotal race. Hang on, boys and girls. It's Apple Valley. All right, thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and wow, man, we got a good one for you tonight. A little Apple Valley Speedway action. So again, race number 9 in that 2019 Indy Z Car series. Right now in the qualification session. Take a look at the time there. Edgelson Carnero, 33.445. Our top time so far. We'll take a look at the track here at Apple Valley. Of course, we know this as California. Located in Fontana, California, a 2-mile high-speed tri-oval. Banking in the turns at 14 degrees, down the front stretch at 11 degrees, and down the back stretch at 3 degrees. Jose Carvalho joining us there. Boa noite. Good to see Jose out there. Always joining in. Big fan of Jose and his driving too, man. He does a lot of different forms of racing, man. That guy can flat out get in any car and make it competitive, so good to see him out tonight. Take a look at Itters Magel as he makes his laps here in the qualification session. Right now, third on the grid, 33.594. Take a look at the Elder Mueller here in the O2 car. Currently fourth on the grid. Tonight's race is brought to you by Indy Car Brasil. You want to do some Indy car racing, you want to do some different forms of racing here in the rFactor 2 Sim. And these guys got all kinds of stuff going on here. Definitely give those guys a look. That is Indy Car Brasil. Bernard Silva's climbed up to the second position on the grid, 33.509. Edelson Carnero still the top time. Look at Neto Vidal as he makes his laps here. Well, thank you so much for coming out to the YouTube channel and checking out what we have here at TurnLeft TV. Always appreciate your support. If you like what you're seeing, please hit the thumbs up button and let us know we're doing okay. And if you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to the subscribe button so you can get updates when we have videos uploaded. And then if you'd like, you can hit the donate button up in the banner of the channel and make a donation through PayPal. There, currently 6th on the grid, 33.686. And he has climbed up to 5th, 33.622. Take a look at Carlos Leite at 54 car. Take a look at the point standings here. After 8 races, Neto Vidal and Edson Luis in a slugfest right now for that top spot. In third, Bernard Silva, 292. Edelson Carnero is in P4. Elder Mueller, P5. You see Ismael Colbus, Julio Caligari, Thiago Fassini, Michel Mendonça, Edders Magel rounding out the top 10. Take a look at the schedule here in the Indy Car Brasil Indy Z Car series. Of course, this is race number 9 here at Apple Valley, 150 laps tonight. Mid-Ohio, some road course action coming up next week, and then Pocono. I don't even want to call that an oval. Tricky Triangle coming up on September the 9th. Actually, I think I got those dates wrong there. That would be September the 18th, I think. And then Laguna Seca to finish out the season there. So I got those 2 dates wrong there for Mid-Ohio and Pocono. Pocono would be the week after there. So I'm adding it. So that would be 20th maybe. I don't Yeah, we'll figure it out. 80 laps there from Pocono. You'll get it. It's in 2 weeks, man. 52 laps from Laguna Seca to finish out the season on September the 23rd. And it seems like I would have noticed that before now, huh? Such an amateur. Dock my pay. All right, man. Got the qualification session in the books. So Edelson Carnero, top qualifier. Bernard Silva, second. Edson Luis, third. Edders Magel, fourth. Neto Vidal qualifies in the 5th position. We got about 5 minutes left here in the warm-up session before we make it happen. And coming up on Wednesday, we'll be at Chicagoland Speedway for race number 1 of that 4th season of 2019 in the Ironman Racing Series. 107 laps with a tire rule. So had a great season here last for the 3rd season of 2019. Just finished that up last week, and now getting right back at it. So Chicago starting things off this September the 4th on Wednesday. And of course, it'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV. Go back and check out a great race. Check out that late models race we'll broadcast to you on August the 29th from Auto City Speedway. 150 lap heat race and then 250 laps of just pure madness, man. It was a great one. And check that out. That's on YouTube under the Happy Hour Racing League playlist. So thanks to Brent Owen and Greg Kirchmeier and all the crew there at Happy Hour Racing League for letting me broadcast that race. And yep, rFactor 2, late models, and some short track action. So kudos to Brent Owen on doing some conversions there and getting all that stuff ready to go, man, and getting it up so we can all race it. And I was really fortunate and honored to be able to broadcast that race. So greatly enjoyed that. We're going to go with the new standings thing here. Actually, it's not a new one, man. It's one I've been working on. Sort of took a leave of absence, so to speak, from working on that. And sort of getting back into it, man. And just giving it another shot. Give something a little bit different flavor there. So if you like it, let me know. I mean, the other option is... the other option, I believe, is going to be something that looks like that. So I kind of like this one better, man. That's my personal opinion. Make sure the side-by-side's working there. So, all right, it looks like it is. That's looking pretty good. Want to say, hey, thanks so much for coming out. If you like what you see, you can also click on the link down in the description in this channel. Click on that Fanatic link, man. I was out there doing some racing with my Fanatic DD1 wheel and my GT2 wheel rim and the pedals, the inverted V3 pedals, and that stick shift there, doing some iRacing a little while ago, man. I absolutely love it. It's almost like an unfair advantage. Don't let anybody know. But hey, man, click on that link. Greatly appreciate that. And then if you're interested in purchasing wheel, pedals, anything like that, definitely give those guys a look. You could also follow me on Twitter at TurnLeft TV and in Facebook at TurnLeft TV 1 if you'd like to. Oh, let me go back to that, man. I don't want that ugly cam up there by default. What if I switch over to that and I'm like picking my nose or something? Take a look at Anderson Ferreira. Lowe's sponsored machine. Anders making a top time here in the warm-up session, 33.445. Looking pretty good. Hopefully the stream is coming in all right. Everything looks pretty good on my end. About 30 seconds left here, and we're going to get the command to start the engines. All right, boys and girls, it is that time. Apple Valley Speedway, Indy Car Brasil, the 2019 Indy Z Car Series, race number 9, 150 laps here tonight, and going to get the command to start the engines. So thanks so much for coming out. All right, starting in P1, is that 09 car of Edgelson Carnero. Starting in the second position is the 87 of Ben Arsilva. Starting in third is Edson Luis in that 44 car. Starting in the fifth position is the 82 of Edders Magel. Starting in that's fourth position. In the fifth position is Neto Vidal, that 21 car. Starting in the sixth position is Elder Mueller in the 02. Starting in the seventh position, the 54 of Carlos Leite. Anderson Ferreira is in the eighth position. He's going to have to start from the garage, and it looks like Tiago Vicini as well. Starting in ninth, those guys going to have to start from the pits. That's the rule. All right, boys and girls. $150 laps here. '19 Indy Z Car Series from California. Should be a great one. Again, thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. Off the green here, boys and girls. Edgelson Carnero down on that inside line, and Edson Luis following him through. On board here with Edson Luis. He's running behind Edgelson Carnero. These guys had a massive battle last week at Toronto. 44 car there backing off just a little bit. I'll tell you what, man, he's got Ben Arsilva all over the back of him right now in that 87 car. And Vidal shown in the fourth position. Edders Magel is fifth. Up high there a little bit for Edson Luis. That battle there for the second position starting to heat up here a little bit. See Edson Luis down on that inside, touching that apron just a little bit. Got to be really, really careful there, and he slides out to that outside, a little slingshot move on the outside. Can he make it work? You see Edgelson Carnero, the race leader, down on that inside line. Edson Luis running down the backstretch here into turn 3. Look at that, they are 3 wide. Ben Arsilva down on the inside line. Edson Luis in the middle. Neto Vidal up on the outside line. Ben Arsilva takes that spot. Neto Vidal going to try to make something happen there, and he can't do it. He's going to have to tuck back in. He's in the fourth position. Ben Arsilva now in second. Look at that, Edson Luis slingshot to the outside. He might have to leave. Might be leaving a gap open there. Doesn't have anybody helping him out on that outside line. Is that going to work? Look at Neto Vidal here down on the inside line trying to take over that third position. He might even be shooting for second while Ben Arsilva is going to the outside line. Very tight racing there, boys. Great battling going on. Neto Vidal in second. Edgelson Carnero is the race leader. Ben Arsilva is in third. Looking at the back of Neto Vidal's machine. At Ben Arsilva, Edson Luis trying to find an opening up on that outside line. Now Ben Arsilva there going out to the outside. think if you get a couple cars out there, it may end up working there. It looks like maybe, nope, they tuck back in. I was going to say you might get a couple guys there committing to that outside, but not right now. Look at this, Edersmagel running in the 5th position. These guys starting to run away here from Eldon Mueller, Carlos Leite. On board here with Edersmagel in the 82 car. Running in the 5th position. Out of the gas there just a little bit. Edson Luis, man, he really wants that outside line, and he makes it work. He's back up to the 2nd position. Behind him, look at that, man. Neto Vidal, Benor Silva, Edersmagel. And he's got 3, 4, and 5. Benor Silva up in that outside line. Ooh, Edson Luis there touching that apron just a little bit. Man, Benor Silva is not careful. He's going to end up losing a couple positions here. He's up on the outside line. You got to be really, really careful there. Once that thing can just skate up the track there and get into the wall, and that would be devastating. He's up on this outside. You see in that 2nd groove. The other thing to worry about here is if somebody gets a little bit, slides up their track there. Got to be really, really careful. He tucks in as Neto Vidal climbs back up there in front of him, and he's out of the throttle right there. So great battling there. Take a look at Anderson Ferreira. He's in the 8th position. Now remember, he had to start from the pits. He is desperately wanting a caution flag here so he can get caught up to the field. Tiago Fassini just behind him in the 9th spot. About 30 seconds down right now. On board here with our race leader, Edgerson Cornero, as he heads down the backstretch into turn 3. He has been solid since the get-go. Just behind him, Edson Luis. Man, we saw those guys battle all race long at Toronto. Edson Luis to the outside. Through turn 2. Coming off turn 2, down the backstretch. Does Edson Luis have what he needs to do to pull off that pass? Enough speed. Swinging it to the outside. He's going to have to dive back in. Ooh, man, that almost some contact there between Benor Silva and Neto Vidal. Benor Silva had a heck of a run, and Neto Vidal in the 3rd position. He almost got in the back of him. On board here with Benor Silva running in the 4th position. You see Edson Luis really starting to tinker around in that outside. Man, he is committed. He said, by God, I am going to make that work. He's sticking to that outside line. Just about the time it closes up on him there, he realizes that he's not going to be able to pull off that pass. He doesn't really have any help there. He tucks back in, and Neto Vidal, these times Neto Vidal is going to end up taking that spot. Here's Neto Vidal running in the 3rd position. He may end up going up here with Edson Luis to see if he can't get something going. He tucks back in because Benor Silva was starting to close in. Benor Silva's got a good run there in the 4th position. See Edson Luis tucking out, getting out to the outside line. Benor Silva, does he have what it takes here to push that 44 car? Just some great racing going on. Take a look at Eldon Mueller here running in the 6th position. He and Edersmagel have sort of hooked up here. Guys keep getting racy, man. These guys, if they work, sort of get nose to tail and work together, they can catch this group. All you got to have is one little bobble here. And these guys are really racing their guts out right now, man. Edson Luis wants by. Oh, man, he almost got in the back of Edgerson Cornero right there. He's going to end up losing a spot, I think, as Neto Vidal going to close that gap, and now Neto Vidal down on the inside, is Edson Luis going to be able to get enough room or get enough speed here to climb back around Neto Vidal in that 21 car? Look at that, man, looking out of the back of Edson Carnero's machine at that battle there. The Edson Luis rubbing off a little bit of speed. Those guys dropping back there just a little bit. Up on the outside line here, side by side with Neto Vidal. Bernard Silva running in the I guess it'd be the third position. It starts to say fourth position, now third. That's how quickly this changes. I'm telling you, man, these guys right here, hooked up here, nose to tail, not really racing each other, going to end up running these guys down because those guys are racing the guts out up there. Right on board here with the 82, Anders Magel. Again, now nose to tail here. Those guys going to try to climb back up here to tag on to Edgelson Carnero, who is the race leader. Down in that lower right frame, we're on board here with the fourth place car, Neto Vidal. He's got a heck of a run right now. We're on Bernard Silva. He gets out of the gas. So we got Edgelson Carnero, Edson Luis, Bernard Silva, Neto Vidal, the top four. Anders Magel in fifth, Elder Mueller sixth. Carlos Leite shown in the seventh position. Anderson Ferreira is eighth, Thiago Fassini ninth. So right now, these guys nose to tail as Edgelson Carnero continues to lead. Neto Vidal there tucks out here. Looked like he might want to try to make a run, and he doesn't. And he's not able to pull it off. He tucks back in. These guys strung out here just a little bit. They're trying to chase down Edgelson Carnero. Again, Neto Vidal tucking out to the outside. Again, these guys would be best be served if they just did nose to tail. Use that draft and try to catch back up to the 09 car. Edson Luis going out to that outside. Oh, man, I think Bernard Silva might have gotten into the wall. Bernard Silva, I think he might have made contact with the wall. Take a look and see what happened or what's happening with him. And that car definitely got up into the outside, and I think he made some contact with the wall. Now, whether that thing has got any damage or not, I don't know. He's down on that inside. He's running in third, and he's starting to lose Edson Luis. So he's about a second now behind Edson Luis, our second place car, and he is scrubbing off some speed here in a hurry. And it looks like Neto Vidal is going to get by on the inside line. So Bernard Silva may have some damage right now. As Neto Vidal makes that pass. So we're starting to separate some guys here. We've got 3 packs of 2 right now. Edgelson Carnero, Edson Luis, 1-2. Neto Vidal, Bernard Silva, 3-4. Anders Magel and Elder Mueller running together. They strung out just a little bit here. We'll take a look at P5. This is Anders Magel in that 82 car. He's got Elder Mueller running in the 6th position just behind him. Bernard Silva, I think he may have had some connection issues. We've lost him. Bernard Silva has lost his connection, I think. Oh, man, that is terrible. I think there may have been some warping going on here, too. We'll take a look here. Take a look at this pass. No, it's Edson Luis getting up to the outside. And, yep, there was some warping there. You see Edson Carnero warped backwards. And Edson Luis did not warp. So that 09 car now in second, warped back. And Edson Luis took the lead. What a bummer there for the 09 car. This is the 02 Elder Mueller, his teammate. He's now running in the 5th position. So we've lost Benor Silva. What a tough break for Benor Silva. Just hate to see that, man. I want to see these guys race it out, not have to worry about connection issues. Sometimes that happens. I mean, that's the internet, right? That is the internet. Nose to tail here, the 09 and the 44. 44 of Edson Luis is the race leader. The 09 of Edgelson Carnero, he warped backwards, but now has climbed back up to the back end of the 44 car. Neto Vidal now coming out there by himself. He's running in the 3rd position. No drafting for him. And he's going to probably end up falling prey to Edders Mangel and Elder Mueller, who are running nose to tail back in P4, P5. I would submit to you that these guys are going to start running him down here. And that may be good news, bad news, really, for the 21 car of Neto Vidal, who's in P3, because if those guys hook up with him, they got a 3-car draft here, a 3-car pull that they might be able to catch up to the race leaders. P1, P2, Edson Luis, Edgelson Carnero. We've been caution-free here, boys and girls. We'll take a look at Carlos Leite here running in the 6th position. Carlos Leite about 16 seconds down right now. And he certainly wants a caution flag to help him get caught back up. Nonetheless, here having a pretty good night here, running in 6th. Hoping to pick up a few more spots. And don't forget, we're gonna have some pit stops here fairly soon. I would say green flag pit stops the way it looks. So anything can happen. So Carlos Leite keeps plugging away here in the 6th position. Anderson Ferreira is in the 7th spot, 33 seconds down. Thiago Piscini about 3 seconds behind him in 8th. Benor Silva is now out of the race, I believe. Yeah, he's in the garage there, so Benor Silva in the garage. What a tough break there for him. Thiago Piscini here, running in the 8th position. These guys get a little bit racy here, and you got to be careful. Get a little bit racy. These guys behind can catch up, but the other thing is, man, you get racy. Things can get out of hand in a hurry. You slap the wall, and then that could be devastating in these cars. Remember, the damage on these, it's not like denting a fender. Beating out a little sheet metal, there is a whole slew of things that can go wrong with these fragile Indy cars. Edson Luis is the race leader, and just on his heels is Edgelson Carnero. Man, he is all over the back of Edson Luis. Look at this battle here. Low on board on the lower right frame with Edgelson Carnero in 2nd. That is tight. That is P1, P2. Oh, man, Ben Silva joined us in the chat, so good thing he's okay. But he said, unfortunately, his computer shut down. Hey, when that happens, man. Been there many times. And I would suggest, Ben R, that you check your event manager in Windows to see if there's something there that kicked on or changed at the moment or what caused you to get kicked off there, and that way you can shut that off, whatever that happens to be. Event viewer, I think is what it's called. That's a shame. I know Ben R, always a threat to win the race, and man, that's just bad luck right there. Look at this, Edders Magel making that pass on Neto Vidal. Those guys battle for position. We'll take a look at this pass here. Edders Magel down on the inside line, getting a good run here on Neto Vidal. Neto Vidal fighting back on the outside. But Edders Magel down on the inside here, committed. And that Jack Daniels Chevy getting around Neto Vidal. So Edders Magel to third, Neto Vidal back to fourth. And just as I say that, then going back to live, Neto Vidal. Look at this, man. Neto Vidal climbing back around the 87 car, excuse me, the 82 car. Good tight battle right there. Edders Magel, Neto Vidal. Good hard battle there. Neto Vidal for the inside. Edders Magel going down to the inside to see if he can't make that work again, and he gets by the 21 car. 21 there. Cuts back in the fourth position. Edders Magel back to third. Good hard racing there. This guy's about 5 seconds off the race lead. Elder Mueller likes what he sees out of the front. He said, hey, go ahead, you guys keep on racing side by side, switching positions. Come up there and climb back in this. Make it a three-way battle. Tiago Fassini down on the inside here, battling Anderson Ferreira for position. So Tiago Fassini climbs up to the 7th position. Anderson Ferreira is in 8th. He just kept plugging away there and ran down that Anderson Ferreira machine and makes that pass. Tell you what, man, this is a battle that just is not going away. Neto Vidal now down to the inside, fighting Edders Magel. What a great battle between the two of them. Edders Magel has often remarked about how much he loves these ovals. He is right now battling for third in the 4th position right now, but he's been swapping positions with Neto Vidal here for a couple laps. So right now having a good night. He has that 82 car. See Neto Vidal there protecting that inside line. He realizes that for the most part, if you're going to make a pass, it's going to be down on the inside line. Staying down to that inside, making Edders Magel go up to the high side. And again, when those guys race side by side, this is the guy that's going to climb back up into P3, P4 positions or battle those guys, and that is Elder Mueller, because he is now starting to dial this in reel these guys in here a little bit as they're racing side by side ahead. You see he is gaining positions around the turn as those guys race side by side. And I'll be honest, man, I want them to race side by side because it is entertaining as heck. Look at this. These guys have been side by side for, racing like this for 10 laps. Neto Vidal in the 21, the 82 of Edersmangel up high in that Jack Daniels machine. And now Elder Mueller in this mix. And that could really change things a little bit as we start to think about Elder Mueller here climbing up here and affecting the draft of these guys. Look at that, man, how much time he makes up. And those guys racing side by side. Elder Mueller, who's he going to go with here? Is he going to work that outside? He's going to work that inside, and he's going to sneak in there and grab that spot as the 82 stays up high, committed. So Edersmangel now back to the, oh, you got to be careful, Eder. Almost got into the wall right there, that 82. Man, he got up high into nearly in the wall. We'll take a look at this. As Elder Mueller gets around, and watch this, Edersmangel is up in the marbles right here. Man, that is danger zone. That is danger zone. He might have actually made a little contact with the wall. Just barely nipped the wall there. While this is going on, these guys battling each other for the lead. Look at this, Edelson Carnero to the outside. Edelson Carnero to the outside. Edson Luis down on that inside. Fight back. Oh, man, that is tight right there. That is tight. Great tight battle between those guys. Edson Luis, Edelson Carnero. Edson Luis holds serve. Maintains P1. These guys now starting to make pit stops here. And I think we're looking at pit stops here for some of these guys here. Edersmangel on pit lane in that 82 car. I think Edson Luis is coming down pit lane as well. See, Edelson Carnero has not made a pit stop yet. Edersmangel on pit lane. Take a look at Tiago Cassini running in the 4th position. He has not made a... See, Edelson Carnero coming down pit lane as well. So these guys all making green flag pit stops here. Edson Luis making his pit stop, coming back out on the track as Edelson Carnero comes down pit lane. Take a look at Edersmangel, who comes back out in the 5th position. So these guys now a little spread out on the track. Some of these guys on pit lane, as you see the Edelson Carnero, Neto Vidal, Elder Mueller, Tiago Cassini, all on pit lane. So Edelson Carnero comes back out on track, and before he gets up to speed, look at that, Edersmangel to the race lead. So pitting a little bit early there, that 82 car, that might be the ticket for him. He is now to the race lead. Edelson Carnero is in 2nd. Edson Luis is 3rd. Those guys working side by side here, working together, are going to probably run down this 82 car fairly quickly, but they're about 3.5, 4 seconds down. So the 44 and the 09 running P2, P3. Edersmangel is the race leader. That Jack Daniels Chevy. The race lead here. Getting some good laps led, and he's holding serve so far, man. Still maintaining that 3.5 second lead. And the best he could hope for here, I think, right now is Edson Luis and Edelson Carnero start to race side by side and really mix it up. They are starting to close in a little bit. I think they are nose to tail here for the most part. Take a look at Elder Bueller here in the 0-2. He is running in the 4th position. I tell you, I think the guy who really got hit on this pit stop, this pit sequence, is the 21 of Neto Vidal. He is now back to the 5th position, but he's about 11.5 seconds down. Look at Edson Luis in the 44, running behind Edelson Carnero. Got to the outside, and like I said, man, those guys start racing a little bit side by side. That's going to spell good news for Edersmagel. They are starting to close in here pretty quickly on this 82 car. Man, it's been an interesting race, man. We have not had a caution flag here, knock on wood. Been a great one so far. Very, very entertaining. I am enjoying this. Let me set up my seat, man. Sometimes I slunch down. It's late. It's late. It's the last day of Labor Day weekend here in the United States, and I got to go to work tomorrow. Oh, man, why can't I retire? We are lap 53, and Edersmagel is the race leader. Edelson Carnero second. Edson Luis is third. You see him diving up to the, going up to the high side. Those guys swapping positions there. And again, thanks so much for joining us, man. This has been an entertaining race, to say the least. I am liking this Indy cars here at Apple Valley. Very, very fun track. A pretty easy track to drive. You can get it, there's multiple grooves. You can get it kind of racy here. Just got to be careful here as this guy's starting to get a little aggressive there on that lower right frame. Over there. Got to find out where the camera is at. There I am. Hey, how you doing? Peace. Thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. If you like what you're seeing, please go down to the description of this race and click on that link, the Fanatic link that helps us out there. Interested in purchasing a wheel and pedals, you can give those guys a look. And entertaining, man, that's for sure. Edersmagel likes this track, I can tell. Just the way that car is handling for him right now, and that car is looking good. These guys back here are starting to swap positions a little bit. And the more they race, the better it is for Edersmagel. If they get nose to tail and start really working together, they're going to run him down pretty quickly. But so far, so good. Take a look at Carlos Leite here in that 54 car. Right now running in the 6th position. Carlos, one of the nicest guys out there, man. Always very helpful, friendly. He's having a pretty good night here. He's been prone to have some connection issues once in a while, but everything looking pretty good here, 57 laps in for that 54 car. Elder Mueller here in the 0-2. Going to need a little bit of help here. I think Neto Vidal might be closing in. He's about 3 seconds behind in the 6th position, 3 seconds behind P5. P4. Elder Mueller running in P4. These guys in 2nd and 3rd are really closing in on Enter Zmagel. This is where things can get out of hand. All that has to happen is that bottom car there a little bit swirly and comes up into the 44, and that 44 is in big trouble at that point. You see multiple grooves here. That's the really a great thing about this track. Little crossover right there by the 44. He comes back out to that high side. So good battling right there. And don't forget, man, right coming up next week, Mid-Ohio, 60 laps from that great road course located in Ohio, United States. And after that, Pocono, a little tricky triangle action. And then finishing out the season at Laguna Seca, the Corkscrew. So that's what's coming up here at Indy Car Brasil. Look at this side-by-side battle here. You know they're going to have more pit stops here. Look at this, Carlos Leite on pit lane here on lap 62. So going a lap down now, coming down pit lane here to take some service a little bit earlier than what I would expect. Now maybe some strategy playing out there by Carlos Leite. Now I tell you, Anders Magel leading a lot of laps here. Edelson Carnero is in 2nd. Edson Luis 3rd. Elder Mueller is in 4th. And those guys just will not give up on each other, man. They are fighting for all it's worth. Anders Magel says, you guys keep battling. You guys go ahead, fight it out. I'm going to run up here and get some nice, solid green flag laps here under up front. Every time they sort of get things back together, then they run him down a little bit. But once they start racing again, they end up dropping some time. So they're 2 seconds down. And we're coming up on some lap traffic here as well. So Anders Magel here starting to close in on some lap traffic. That, I believe, is, well, I better look. Carlos Leite. Thought it was Carlos Leite. So at 82, our race leader. That could help him out a little bit, too, is if he gets hooked up here with Carlos Leite, even though Carlos is a couple laps down, he can use the tow. Because those guys are now pretty darn close here. They may end up getting close enough where they can get a tow off him, get the draft. What he wants to do is open up some more gap on those guys. And he's climbing back up here just a little bit. And now he wants to get around, so it looks like he's getting around. Carlos Leite goes up to the high side and lets the 82 around. Now he wants him to block. Get in the way, Carlos Leite. Just get in the way now. Edson Luis is going, what are you talking about, brother? Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Edson Luis running in the 3rd position. And, man, I'll tell you, we saw these guys battling for a win last week at Toronto. Edson Panero, Edson Luis. And it came down to the last lap. And I really thought the 44 was going to be able to maybe make that pass and just that last lap there, just an excellent one for Edgelson Carnero, and he ended up winning that race. It was just a great battle. Those guys are great road course drivers. And that was a very challenging track there at Toronto. And of course, you can watch that right here on TurnLeft TV. So Cardero got a big race win last week at Toronto. He qualified third and led 12 of 41 laps. Look at that, man. That was just right down there to the very end. Those guys battling for the win. And like I said, a very challenging course, but in the end, the 09 car comes out on top. Led 12 of 41 laps, got a big race win, and congratulations to him. Can he do it again, man? He's got that car up there. And those guys running down Edersmagel. Now you got a three-way battle. Now things are going to get a little bit more interesting, certainly for that 82 car. The 09 in second, 44 in third. Three-way battle. So the 09, how long is he going to wait there before he makes a move? On board here with the 09 as he runs behind the 82 of Edersmagel. Carlos Leite could be a little spoiler here as he's running in the 8th position, but he is running behind Edson Luis. He might be able to get Edson Luis, who's really shown that he likes that outside quite a bit. He's going to be 3 wide here before it's over with. Look at that, Edson Luis going to the outside line. Get a little bit of help there, but Carlos Leite, and he might have enough to be able to pull off that pass. No, he dives back in. Oh, man. Edgelson Carnero looked like he was going to go to the outside oh, man, Carlos Leite. Carlos Leite there trying to hold on. That car got up in the wall. Oh, my heavens, man. Carlos Leite got up in the wall after those guys got around, and that car off pace there a little bit, but he looked like he made some contact with the wall. Oh, man, some contact right there. Edgelson Carnero off the track, and the 82, the 09 and the 82 got together. Did you see that? Get back here and look at this pass. So the 09 up on the outside line. 82 down on the inside. Hold and serve. Look at this, man. He climbs back up there, and he's going to maybe get a little bit of a shove here. This is down the backstretch. Oh, man, he looked like he slung over there, and he didn't anticipate the 82. He was a little bit too close, I think, to be able to make that move, and the 82 does a great job of hanging on. Oh, my heavens, man. We're on board here with Edersmagel. Up on the outside is Edgelson Carnero, and Edgelson Carnero is going to get into the back of him. Watch this, man, and you're going to see him work this steering wheel. So you see that. Oh, look at that, man, hanging on to that. What a great job, man. Wow. Man, that was some crazy driving right there. And we're going to go on board here. Well, look at this. Watch this. This is Edson Luis. He sees this about ready to get fishy right here. Watch this. I think the 09 just slides back over a little bit too soon. He dives out to the outside, and then he comes back in, and he gets into the back of that 82 car, and the 44 on the spot, man. Gets by, and there's a little bit of clipping right there, I think. So those guys back got together as well. Watch this, man, as Edson Luis slides by. He gets by, and then as he tries to tuck back in, there's a little contact right here, I think. Yeah, and you see he gets a little bit of contact right there, but he pulls it off. man. Oh, man. Tiago Fassini down on the inside line, trying to get by Anderson Ferreira. This is for the 6th position. Tiago Fassini pulls off that pass. Anderson Ferreira back to 7th. Wow, man, that is some racing, boys. These guys getting serious. Edgerson Carnero still in the mix. Now, Edersmangel up high is going to try to make a run here on Edson Luis. Edson Luis sort of playing both sides right now. Those guys fighting for position behind him. I tell you what, I don't know if that's over there between the 09 and the 82. 82 looks like he wants back to the lead in that Jack Daniels Chevy. Edgerson Carnero out to the outside line, P3. Edersmangel in P2, slides up the track. He leaves a little room there for Edgerson Carnero to slide through. The 09 to the 2nd position. 44 of Edson Luis is the race leader. Here on lap 78, these guys have been racing like it's the last lap. And don't forget, Edersmangel pitted just a little bit earlier than this crew. He has scrubbed off a little bit of speed here. He's running in the 3rd position. He scrubbed off a little bit of speed here. He's trying to get things gathered back up. And he's going to end up losing the draft. He's not careful. Edson Luis, Edgerson Carnero battling for position. Elder Mueller here running in the 02 car. In 4th. Right now shown about 8 seconds down. He's closed that gap, man. Those guys have been racing their guts out. Neto Vidal back there as well. Neto Vidal shown in the 5th position, about 10.5 seconds down. Getting around Carlos Late, taking that 54 car. And back up front here, this battle. Edgerson Carnero on the outside line. Edson Luis down on the inside line. Edson Luis holding off 09 car. Down on the inside, down the backstretch. Here on lap 81. Got 150 laps here tonight, man. Calm down. Calm down. I think it's 150 laps. I don't think they changed the lap. They did have a problem with the Iowa track, so they're substituting this track in. I don't think they changed the race length. If they did, they didn't tell me about it. So the 44 of Edson Luis is the race leader. Edgerson Carnero down on the inside line. Little bit of room there by Edson Luis. He shuts the door. Take a look here, man. Anderson Ferreira down on the inside. He's going to try to get that spot back. So Anderson Ferreira gets around the Tiago Fassini machine. So good battle there between those guys. That is for the 6th position. As Anderson Ferreira to the 6th position. Tiago Fassini back to 7th. This guy's about 40 seconds down right now. Tell you what, man, we can't spend too much time on these other guys here because the race lead just keeps changing hands. Look at this. The 09 of Edgerson Carnero down on the inside makes that pass over Edson Luis. Good hard battle right there through the tri-oval. P1, P2. Edgerson Carnero in the 09. Edson Luis in the 44. Oh, Edson Luis slides up the track there. He's chasing that car. He is chasing that car. Wow, man, he got way up out of the groove. Way up out of the groove here. And look at this, man. The 82 making a run on the outside line. Getting around that 44 car. So the 82 back to 2nd. That 44 was chasing that car, man. Take a look at Neto Vidal. Again, running in the 5th position, starting to close in a little bit on Elder Mueller. Looking out of the front of that 21 car. Elder Mueller in 4th, up there just ahead, crossing that start finish line. Entering turn 1, the 21 starting to close in on him a little bit. That'll help out. Those guys start to draft together. Edelson Carnero is the race leader. He's out there by himself right now, and we saw how that worked out for that 82 car. Can those guys hook up behind? Now it's the 82 and the 44 having to work together to try to run him down. So he's got about almost a 2.5 second lead over these guys, and we'll see how that time changes here as we go through. There's those guys racing side by side. I'm going to have to get things settled out. I think I would just say, hey, look, let's go side by side, or let's run nose to tail here and try to run down Edelson Carnero and get ourselves in a position where we can battle back and potentially compete for a race win. So right now they're losing time as Edson Luis trying to get around Edders Magel back in the 2nd position now. Edders Magel up on the outside line in that 82 car, now back to 3rd. If those guys just get nose to tail here and try to run him down, they should be pretty successful at it. And there's Magel down to the inside. That Jack Daniels 82 car trying to get that spot back. He's wanting to go back to P2. So those guys swapping positions. You know, now it's to 3 seconds. So we were looking at 2.5 seconds here about a lap ago. Now it's 3 seconds because those guys are racing. So if I were the 44 car, I'd just get behind the 82, let him lead the way, and then catch up to Edelson Carnero in the 09. That'd be my plan. I mean, the 82 has shown a pretty fair amount of speed here tonight. He's shown he's got a fast car here. Just get behind, let him lead the way, and then close in. So those guys are starting to chip in just a little bit, chip away at that lead ever so slightly. Again, just takes a lot of patience here to make that commitment just to run nose to tail. And again, they're starting to chip away here just a little bit. And that lap was not as good. Now looking at 3.3 seconds. Gap between P1 and P2. And that is exactly what this 09 car wants to see. Oh man, look who's in the chat right there. Look who's in the chat. I think I saw Blake Richardson joining us. He said, "What's going on, Dr. J?" Well, I'm just broadcasting an Indy Car race. Trying a new look to the tower off to the side there. Been working on that. So hopefully that is a nice looking one. A little bit better than the other version. Hopefully you've enjoyed your Labor Day. And definitely we'll be seeing you tomorrow in Biologia. I think we're going to start seeing some pit stops here. I'm hearing some guys coming down pit lane. As Anderson Ferreira, I believe, is making a pit stop. And that is, in fact, what's happening here. Is just take a look at our race leader there, and Anderson Ferreira in the 7th position down in that lower frame here, making pit stop here on lap 93. Edders Magel on pit lane as well. So Anderson Ferreira coming back out on track after making pit stop. Our race leader making a pit stop. Edson Luis there trying to make a little pass there coming down pit lane. Edelson Carnero, Edson Luis pitting at the same time. And don't forget that Edersmagel pitted a little bit earlier than these guys. Now, he ran that car pretty dry there because those guys, I think they had about 2 or 3 laps behind him. So all these guys making pit stops. That's going to give the race lead to Tiago Fassini. Getting some laps led here tonight. Edgerson Carnero back out on track after making pit stop. Edson Luis. Just behind, you see Tiago Fassini coming off track to come down pit lane. Giving up the race lead. That's going to hand the lead back over to Edgerson Carnero. Edson Luis just behind. Now, I don't know what happened to Edersmagel, but remember that Edersmagel was running in the 3rd position, and now he is back to the 5th spot. Oh, some contact there, Edersmagel. Some contact. Looked like Neto Vidal and Edersmagel got together. Wow. There was some contact. Neto Vidal and Edersmagel making contact. We'll take a look here. This might have been after the fact here. We'll take a look. No, this is it right here. Edersmagel and, some contact right there with Neto Vidal. Man, I got to look at that again. Watch this, some contact right here. Ooh, man. Roughing him up a little bit. So Neto Vidal holds on there as some contact between he and Edersmagel. Neto Vidal and that sinister racing machine. Don't know if he has any damage or not, but definitely going to throw off your rhythm. That is for sure. Really didn't look like the contact was that significant, but definitely moved him up the track a little bit. So Edersmagel with a little kiss. Look at this battle. Tiago Fassini, Anderson Ferreira battling for position. After making pit stops here, Anderson Ferreira down on that inside. Tiago Fassini up on the outside line there, trying to tuck in. So Tiago Fassini getting by, taking over the 6th position. Tell you what, Anderson Ferreira got a head of steam here down the tri-oval, down on the inside, dropping down below the white line and making that pass. Oh, you got to be real careful there. You see how it upsets the balance of that car, man, because you're going down from a banked surface down to the pretty much a flat surface there. And at that speed, you can really upset the balance of the car. But Anderson Ferreira takes that spot back. Back up here, Edersmagel back up to that outside line, battling Neto Vidal. This battle is not over. Looks like Neto Vidal there holding on to that spot. And back on that outside line is that 82 car. And this is for the 4th position. That 82, Jack Daniels machine wants to get around that 21 car. 21, sinister racing machine, Neto Vidal. Holding on to 4th. This is a battle that's just continued from last week right here. And that is the 09 of Edgerson Carnero, the 44 of Edson Luis. We have been caution-free. How about that? These guys have been in each other's postal code, each other's zip code all night long. Hey, coming up on Wednesday, man, we'll be at Chicagoland Speedway. Race number 1 in that 4th season of 2019, the Ironman Racing Series, back in action, some stock car action. 107 laps with the tire rule coming up on the 4th of September, live right here on TurnLeft TV. I don't know how it could get any better than what you're seeing right now here with these Indy cars. High speed, high drama, and 2 fantastic race car drivers right now battling it out. Look at that, man. Like it's for the last lap, man. For the race win, these guys battling it out down the backstretch. Edgelson Carnero, Edson Luis. Look at this, man. Let's battle here. Elder Mueller in the 02 car. Neto Vidal in the 21. Don't forget about Edders Magel. This is a 3-way battle here for the 3rd position. Elder Mueller here's had a pretty good night, running in 3rd right now, but he has got that sinister Racing number 21 all over the back of him right now. Don't forget about that 82, Edders Magel. He's probably got a little payoff, a little payback for that 21 car. Or maybe that 21 car's got a little payback for him. Looking out the front of Neto Vidal's machine. He's going to leave that door open there for that 82. He's going to have to be careful. Running behind Elder Mueller in the 02. Out of the throttle there, downshifting there into the turn. That's down into the 5th. Look at this, man. These guys just will not give up this fight here. Look at this. Anderson Ferreira to the inside. Tiago Fassini on that outside line. Great battle there, boys and girls. That is for the 6th position. Tiago Fassini to the outside line. Can he make it work on the outside? Anderson Ferreira down on this inside, pulls off that, or completes that pass, and now Tiago Fassini on that outside, now trying to tuck back in as these guys going by Carlos Leite. What a great battle here, 3-way battle. On board here with the 82, Edders Magel. He's going to throw a little Jack Daniels on this fire. That'll get him going. Out of the throttle there just a little bit, drifting up the track. Right now, Edders Magel running in the 5th position. Good, hard battle there. See him downshift and hear him downshift in there. That's a little bit strange from my perspective of how these guys are running this track. But, hey, it's been very entertaining so far. Look at this, man. Edgelson Carnero down on the inside there, guarding that inside line. He is the race leader. Edson Luis up on the outside. And we've seen Edson Luis really going up to that outside a lot this evening. Right off the bat, he was really showing that he wanted to get up on the outside line. It's hard to complete that pass when you're doing that by yourself because the inside does seem like it's going to be a little bit better through the turns. Oh, he's trying a crossover move there, trying to find a hole down on the inside line and then dives back up to the outside. Always a little risky there because all that needs to happen is that 09 gets a little bit loose, has to chase it up the track, and he gets into the 44. Again, this is the battle for the race lead down the front stretch into turn 1. You see that battle there just behind. 3-way battle there for the 3rd position. I'll tell you what, man, if that 1, 2, 3, or excuse me, 3, 4, 5 back there, they start just to get nose to tail, they might be able to make a dent in that time. They're 11 seconds down to P1, P2 right now. Again, we're scheduled to go 150 tonight. These guys rolling up on some lap traffic. They get around Tiago Fassini, who has all but lost contact with Anderson Ferreira. So Tiago Fassini shown 2 laps down now. He may have come into the pits there. He may have made a pit stop here, and I've just missed it. And that may be a strategy play for him. As you see Carlos Leite here on pit lane as well, that may be a strategy play for these guys to try to pit a little bit early and force the hand of some of these other guys here. So we've been caution-free, man. This is a great track. Really very racy, but these guys have used their heads here. You know, we haven't seen any real dangerous stuff. We have seen some contact there and some great hard racing, but nothing really, where somebody's really driving outside their talent level, so to speak. This is P3, 4, and 5. You watch those guys, man. We'll take a look down on that lower frame there. The race lead. Edson Luis really pushing to the outside. Again, he has really used that outside line quite a bit tonight, as I was saying. But so far has not come to fruition for him, has not panned out for him. He's going to have a little bit of help, I would suggest to you. Hey, if you haven't done so, man, go to Twitter there and follow me on Twitter there at TurnLeft TV. And then you can also follow me on Facebook at TurnLeft TV 1. If you have Discord, those of you who are into gaming probably know what Discord is. If you have Discord, there's the address up on the top left. Follow me there as well. We'll get you hooked up, man. We'll get you in the race channel so you can check out the chatter going on in Discord once in a while. Edders Magel's coming down pit lane. So he's making a pit stop here. Maybe a little bit early as he's coming back out on track. So Edders Magel's made that pit stop, giving up some track position, pitted a little bit early here. And I don't know, man. I really don't know if he's got enough laps here to make it to the end. I should know what the pit window is, but to be honest with you, I don't. Not a very good broadcaster. I don't know what the pit window is. What the heck? Oh, man, Edders Magel, I think he slid around here. He's coming back down pit lane. He might have sped. Edders Magel might have gotten a speeding penalty and have to do a drive-through here. So the 82 car coming back down pit lane. Oh, no. Not good. Doing a drive-through. Edders Magel had such a great race going on, now shown 2 laps down. He got caught speeding on pit lane. Oh, my heavens, man. That just breaks my heart there because he was having such a fantastic race here tonight. And he sped coming down pit lane. Anderson Ferreira making a pit stop here. He's in P5. Now going down 1 lap. So here late in the race, we're on lap 119, scheduled to go 150. These guys, I would suggest you're going to have to make pit stops before it's over with as well. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Guess what? Guess what? Edders Magel, bro. He, don't tell me you sped again through pit lane. Edders Magel. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Edders Magel. 2 drive-through penalties. He sped twice down pit lane. Can you just give him a warning, man? Can you just let him off with a warning, bro? Edson Luis down on the inside here, trying it on the inside. He might have this position. Edson Luis takes that spot as Edders Magel comes back out on track. Edders Magel. Man. When it rains, it pours. Edders Magel with 2 drive-through penalties. He came in and made a pit stop, and then had a drive-through, sped on his drive-through, had to do another drive-through. So adding insult to injury. He is now 3 laps down. What a terrible, terrible stroke of luck. And Edson Luis making that pass on Edgelson Carnero, and that was a battle, man. Take a look at this pass on this inside. He finally clipped over to that inside, man. He switched over, did a little crossover there, and pulls off that pass on the 09. So the 44 to the race lead. Elder Mueller in the 21 of Neto Vidal battling for position. So the 02 up on the outside line, the 21 down on the inside line. It's go time, boys and girls. It is go time. So these guys battling hard for position. Neto Vidal down on the inside line and Elder Mueller up on the outside line. That is for the 3rd spot. Neto Vidal in 3rd. Elder Mueller shown in 4th. You know what these guys need, I would submit to you, these guys want to see a little bit of a caution flag because there are no lucky dogs. That means Tiago Piscini, Anderson Ferreira, Edders Magel, Carlos Leite all trapped down a lap or 2. Carlos Leite getting DQ. Where you going, bro? Where's Carlos Leite going? Where's he going? Carlos Leite, where you going, man? Where you going, man? Carlos Leite. I don't know what happened to Carlos Leite, but he's driving down through the garage area here, and he got DQ'd. Carlos Leite, shame on you. I don't know what happened there, man. We got some shenanigans going on right now as the 54 car getting DQ'd for driving down. I don't know what happened to him, bro. We'll see here. This is Carlos Leite, and we'll see. He's going to come into the pits here, I think. Let's take a look at this. So we might have a minute or two that we're going to be watching the 54 car. I don't know what happened, man. We'll just do it this way here. We'll back her up. We'll figure it out. We're just going to back it up because I've got to know what happened. Hey, where are you going, man? He's like, hey, heck with this. I'm going to go get a hot dog. Where's the hot dog stand? Where is the hot dog stand? Hot dog. Oh, man. Characters. Edson Luis, he doesn't want a hot dog right now. Edgelson Carnero says, hey, I got a little relish. Here. I'm going for a hot dog or 2. Oh, man, Edgelson Carnero got down onto that apron there and slid that car up the track. He's up on that outside line of Edson Luis. You know Edson Luis there hold and serve down on the inside line. You remember, he was going to that outside quite a bit here earlier in the race, but now down on that inside line. As those guys battle for position, you see Edersmagel there up on the outside line. Neto Vidal down on the inside. Now, Neto Vidal is in third. Edersmagel shown in the 7th position. Take a look at Neto Vidal. He's sort of run away here a little bit from Elder Mueller, who's in 4th. There's about 2 seconds separating P3 and P4 here on lap 130. I'm telling you right now, I think these guys are going to have to make a pit stop here. I think Edson Luis, Edelson Carnero are going to have to pit these cars. I might be wrong, but taking a wild guess here. You're going to see a pit stop between our with our race leaders here before it's over with. Man, Edson Luis down on the inside there, holding on. Ederson Carnero up on the outside line. He's trying that same strategy that Edson Luis did for so many laps, and then was able to sort of do a crossover, get around Ederson Carnero. So is he going to give that opening or leave that opening for Edelson if he wants to try to get by? If you notice, Edson Luis has really stopped going to that outside line. He's protecting that inside. He realizes that, man, you are not going to be able to pass me up on the outside line unless I get a little bit loose. So what's happening here is that he's protecting that inside. He does not want to give the 09 the inside line. We see Neto Vidal on that lower right frame in third as Edersmagel running with him. Now, we saw those guys get into each other a little bit earlier. Not racing for position. Edersmagel in 7th. Neto Vidal shown in third. Now, Neto Vidal is about 15, 16 seconds down, and what he wants, I think, he wants a caution flag. I mean, I would. I want to get up here and try to race for the race win. But we haven't had a caution flag yet, and I think, for the most part, we're going to be caution-free unless, dare I say, the race leaders get into each other. And that's the tightest battle we have on the track right now. Elder Mueller here running in the 4th position. Now he's 2 seconds behind Neto Vidal, and guess what? Edelson Carnero is making a pit stop here. So the 09 car making a pit stop, giving up 2nd position. And I would bet you that you're going to see Edson Luis coming down pit lane here before long. The 09 making pit stop, coming back out on track. Edson Luis is the race leader. That 09 car, I'll tell you what, Edson Luis cannot wait too long here, because that 09 car, if he gets tucked up there by somebody and is able to take advantage of the draft, and right now he has taken advantage of some fresher tires, but he's able to take advantage of the draft, then he's going to be able to open up some gap there once the pit stops shake out. Edson Luis is the race leader. And he's going to have to be making a pit stop here fairly soon. And you see he's down on that inside. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he's doing some adjustments there for his pit stop. Maybe fuel only. We'll see. He's coming off the track to come down pit lane. Edson Luis. Oh, he's carrying a ton of speed right there. Did he get that thing slowed down? Edson Luis making his final pit stop here. And I bet he was making some adjustments there to his pit menu, and man, he got into the wall. But I'll tell you what, he was carrying a ton of speed. And we're going to hold it right here. Edson Luis, he's taking right side tires. Maybe he's adjusting that fuel level. No left side tires going on that machine. Coming back out on track, you see Edgelson Carnero going by. Man, that is a ton of time he just lost right there. Edgelson Carnero goes by, and Edson Luis coming back out on track, and he has got a pretty fair distance. He's behind right now. And that's going to hand over the race lead to Elder Mueller. Elder Mueller here on lap 138 is the race leader. Edgelson Carnero, he's about 47 seconds down. Some drama unfolding here late in the race. Elder Mueller, I don't think he has enough fuel here to make it to the end, but I think he might be on a little bit different pit strategy, so he might be close. But he is, he's coming down pit lane, so you see Elder Mueller in the 0-2 making a pit stop here on lap 139. Edgelson Carnero now the race will be the race leader. Once Elder Mueller gets his pit stop finished here on lap 140. So Edson Luis is a full, 13 seconds down to Elder Mueller. Excuse me, to Edgelson Carnero. 12 seconds, I should say. So definitely something happened there on that pit. Maybe it was a little bit too much fuel for Edson Luis. Edgelson Carnero in the 09, the race leader. He's got a huge race lead now over Edson Luis. Neto Vidal shown in third. Elder Mueller is fourth. Tiago Fassini shown in the fifth position. What a bummer, man, for Edson Luis. He was having such a good race there, and I know he's sick to his stomach there thinking, man, I just messed up on that pit stop and did not have a good pit stop compared to what, and guess what? That's what I thought, man. I think he was going a little bit too fast, and Edson Luis coming, doing a drive-through here. I think he got caught speeding coming down pit lane. He was carrying a ton of speed when he came off the track there, and a lot of that was just pit menu. I think he was messing with his pit menu. He almost got up in the wall, just kind of throws your rhythm off there a little bit. And, man, he's making a pit stop here, and he's going to lose a ton of positions. He's now back to the fifth position. Coming back out on track, you see him as Edgelson Carnero goes by and puts him at one lap down. What a bummer for Edson Luis. Just hate to see that happen, man, because he had such a great race going on. In that last pit stop there, sped coming on pit lane, but before that happened, he was trying to make some adjustments. You know, in sim racing, it's not of, telling your pit crew out loud, hey, this is what I want to do, or your pit crew saying, hey, we're going to change two tires or whatever. You got to adjust that stuff by hand on the fly. And I think he just got that car just got away from him. It almost got up into the wall, and then he was sort of, say your mojo is a little off, and you end up speeding down pit lane. He was carrying a ton of speed as he crossed the pit lane there. Oh no, Neto Vidal, what happened, man? Neto Vidal, I think he warped. Neto Vidal. Oh no. I think Neto Vidal might have just warped out of the race. Oh, no, man. He was running in second position. Neto Vidal was second. So close. Start lap 146, scheduled to go 150, winding down this race. Neto Vidal just warped out, lost connection. That's going to help Edson Luis. He's up to the fourth position, but he's still one lap down. Elder Mueller shown in second. Tiago Vicini is third. Edson Luis fourth. Anderson Ferreira is in the fifth position. Oh my gosh, man. What an exciting race this has been. It's just been a tough deal. Some drama unfolding here late in the race. Edgelson Carnero is the leader. Got a comfortable lead over his teammate, Elder Mueller. Tiago Vicini shown in third. Who would have thought, man? I'm sure Tiago would be the first to tell you that he had really no hope here of, at that point, those guys were a lap down, maybe even 2 laps down. I know he was at least a lap down. No hope of really contending, and now he's in P3. So on lap 148, Edgelson Carnero, who has been strong all night long, leading the field. Look at that, Clayton Perkins joining us in there, man. Hey, good to see Clayton out. What's up, man? Hope you've had a great holiday weekend. Get back at it tomorrow. I know, I feel just like you do on that. 2 laps to go for Edgelson Carnero. Elder Mueller in second. Tiago Vicini is third. Now Tiago Vicini in that blue car that just went by. Think he's good to go though. He's in the third position. Show that blue car there in third. He is going to be okay here if he can hold on. He's going to get another lap in. Our race leader is that 09 car of Edgelson Carnero. We have been caution free. Edgelson Carnero. Big race win for him. Caution free and a huge win for Edgelson Carnero. What a great race win. And what a great battle there for for between Edson Luis and Edgelson Carnero. Again, a fantastic battle for those guys. Look at that teammate coming up there and giving him a shout out. So the 02, Elder Mueller in the house. Edson Luis ends up getting a P4. Good news for him to sort of salvage a decent finish there. So 2 in a row for Edgelson Carnero. Great job to him. That team is clicking on all cylinders right now. Oh, gotta change that name, man. It ain't Mike Hepp. It's Edgelson Carnero. Sorry, I used this for another race league. Yeah, we got it. There we go. So congratulations to Edgelson, and we'll see if we can't get him up here in the broadcast booth. What a fantastic drive for him. He was just flawless, really flawless in that race victory, and that's the way it has to happen sometimes, man. It's one of those things where some other guys make some mistakes. You capitalize on that. You did a great job. We'll see if we can get Edgelson up here in the booth with Elder Mueller. All right, Elder Mueller and Edgelson Carneiro joining us up here in the booth. 2 in a row for the 09. Congratulations.
Parabéns, Edilson. Duas aí em seguida, 2 vitórias em seguida. Parabéns. Edilson, tá ouvindo aí?
Hey, he's drinking champagne.
Do you hear me, Heath?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Well, tell me a little bit about how that race went for you. I'm sure, you seemed like you were plugging away, and then some other guys had trouble there, and you find yourself up in the second position.
Yes, I see that so many pilots have problems with his connections. Ben-Yu, Neto, pilots that certainly will be fighting for the victory, fighting for the podium. But I see that that pilot, I don't know if was the track or the server or the connection of the pilots, but so much pilots have problems with his connections, and I get this second position. In the third stint, Neto Vidal was fighting with me. I tried to defend my position, but I waste all my tires, and I can maintain my position. After that, we stopped for the last stint. Neto was faster than me. Then the podium, the third position was certainly for him, but Edson Luis have problems, and Neto too.
Well, look like Edgelson is back with us. He got disconnected. Maybe he had to go make a pit stop. Now he's back.
Tá de volta, Edilson? Consegue escutar a gente agora? Consegue falar aí?
Consigo. Deu uma travada o TeamSpeak aqui, mas voltou agora.
Ainda bem que foi depois do jogo.
Pois é.
Parabéns, cara. O Heath te deu aí os parabéns pela segunda vitória em seguida. Uma recuperação aí, uma tentativa de recuperação aí no campeonato. Ainda temos aí algumas provas para lutar aí. Ele te dá os parabéns aí. O que você espera aí do restante do campeonato? E fala um pouquinho da tua prova também.
Assim, eu não tô tentando. Eu tô tentando não pensar muito no campeonato, né? Porque assim, eu tava muito longe, né? Eu perdi a primeira etapa e abandonei uma outra. Um erro meu aí, errei sozinho e acabei perdendo uns pontos aí preciosos. Mas agora é fazer o dever de casa e seguir aí até o fim do campeonato para ver o que é que dá. Hoje assim, bem, o Caio não pontuou, né? O Neto também ia terminar em segundo e acabou caindo e não sei em que posição ele terminou, então
O
foi
Edson
bom.
também estava ali brigando também e teve um
É,
problema.
verdade. Não sei se ele teve que pagar algum, alguma punição, alguma coisa, porque eu achei que a gente ia brigar realmente até o fim ali, né? Deve ter tido algum problema no último pit. E nisso eu acabei me dando bem, né? Eu fiz a pontuação aí da vitória e teve revés aí, os adversários aí que estão lutando pelo título. E é isso, devagarzinho é subir e tentar ver o que é que vem aí no final, né?
He says that he's not thinking about the championship. He's thinking only one race after another, and he has so much lucky in this track. Many pilots that is still fighting for the championship had problems. He can. He thinks that the only thing that he can do is win, and try to get the better results. But with the luck of this race, with his luck, he thinks that he approaches a little bit. Maybe he can fight for better positions at the end of the championship.
Well, putting yourself in a position to win was key. Didn't look like the outside line was really going to work. The only way to really pass there on the outside or to get by was sort of feint or fake, like you were going to go to the outside and then try to do a crossover and go down to the inside. Talk about how important pit stops there were at the end. We know Edson Luis had some problems. I think he sped through pit lane and then had to do a drive-through. But even with that in mind, if he didn't have to do a drive-through, you still had a really big lead on him after coming off the pits. Tell me what the secret was for that.
Dilson, ele pergunta aí qual foi sua estratégia, qual foi seu segredo, digamos assim, que você estava ali brigando com o Edson e tudo, mas após a última parada do Edson, você conseguiu uma vantagem expressiva e você conseguiu, mesmo antes da punição que ele teve que pagar depois, teve que entrar de novo, você já estava com uma certa vantagem que dificilmente o Edson conseguiria alcançar. E ele pergunta também se a linha de fora, o que você acha ali da linha de fora, porque muitos pilotos estavam tentando passar ali pela linha de fora, e ele pergunta ali o que você acha, se a linha de fora realmente tinha alguma vantagem, ou se era meio para desestabilizar o piloto da frente e na hora que ele fosse defender por fora, o cara descer. O que você acha aí da estratégia?
Bom, primeiro eu quero agradecer o Edson aí pela disputa, né? Disputar com ele aqui é um verdadeiro jogo de xadrez, né? E foi assim a corrida inteira hoje. A linha de fora não estava dando para passar por fora, nem no vácuo. Então eu sabia que mantendo ali por dentro e não errando, né? Dava para segurar a posição tranquilamente. Só que andar o tempo todo por dentro também tinha a sua dificuldade, porque às vezes a gente tocava um pouquinho na linha de dentro e acabava perdendo velocidade, então era um jogo de muita concentração. E o Edson, eu vi uma hora que ele deu um toque no muro, ele estava andando na minha frente, eu estava trocando vácuo com ele, estava empurrando mesmo, pra gente tentar desvencilhar na frente aí do pelotão. E eu vi que ele teve um toquezinho no muro, e eu acho que ele perdeu rendimento com isso. Porque até empurrando ele no vácuo, não estava mais sendo do mesmo jeito que estava antes, né? Então eu acho que a vantagem aí no final deve ter sido por isso. Mesmo assim eu não conseguia passar, eu estava atrás dele, não conseguia passar, eu antecipei o pit. E no que eu antecipei o pit, eu parei, botei menos combustível, então foi 6 segundos de pit stop, que normalmente são 10. E aí com isso eu acabei saindo na frente. saindo mais na frente dele. Acho que 4 ou 5 segundos à frente. E eu acho que eu tava com um rendimento melhor, né? Eu acho que ele tava realmente com algum problema no carro, que no vácuo não fazia muita diferença, mas eu andando sozinho e ele andando sozinho, acabou que eu consegui ir abrindo, né? Abrindo a vantagem.
He says that he thinks that Edson, he sees Edson crashing in the wall in one moment. He thinks that his car had damage in the third stint. He was pulling him with the vacuum, but even with the vacuum, he sees that they two don't get the same performance. When he stopped, even with his problem, Edilson can get past him because the outside line it's impossible to pass for the in the outside line. Edilson can get past him. Then he stops a little earlier, and Edson has a little. He thinks that Edson has a little damage and lose time when the two of when they two races alone outside the without the vacuum. Then he sees that he has a little advantage, and with the punition of Edson, he concentrates only to finish the race.
Well, how about this? P1 and 2 for the Motoradores VRT team. Great job.
For me, it's the best result that I imagine. I already said that I prefer that Edilson wins than me. Then for me, I am I am too happy. Not so happy because two pilots that deserve more than me have problems, have connection problem. Neto Vidal races very, very, very fast. He overtakes me. He fights with me with honor. It's a clean fight. He overtakes me and was faster than me. Edson Luiz, I have nothing more to say. He is a great pilot. I dream that one day I can even be the half of pilot that the new Edilson are. But I'm too happy because in the AV, that is a situation. It's a situation that races was made. Em português seria faz parte da corrida, né? O problema de conexão, connection problems, is one problem that occurs in races, in virtual races. Then I did make mistakes. I do my race. I make my rhythm, and I get values points for my team.
Well, you have Mid-Ohio coming up next week. How do you guys feel about that track?
Edilson, Mid-Ohio, o que você acha aí da próxima corrida?
Gosto muito.
Como é?
Gosto muito. É uma das minhas pistas favoritas. Gosto demais de andar lá.
Mid-Ohio is one of his favorite tracks. I don't remember if I have raced there, but every road track with this car is a great challenge. Then I expect to train hard to get a good result.
Well, hey, congratulations to both of you on a great race tonight, and good luck to you next week at Mid-Ohio. Again, congratulations. Parabéns. Hopefully I said
Parabéns
that correctly.
Valeu, obrigado.
Thank you, HJ. Thank you.
All right.
See you next week.
All right. That is Eldon Mueller and Edgelson Carnero joining us up here in the booth, and fix the spelling of Edgelson's last name there. Sorry about that. Man, I'm just dropping the ball tonight, aren't I? So realized I also had the sound down a little bit too. That sometimes when I hit a key, it actually will drop the desktop audio down or do that. But unfortunately, those things happen, and it's like connection issues, right? Those things happen. But hopefully you enjoyed the race here tonight. I certainly did. What a great race here at Apple Valley. And it was a very entertaining race. A lot of drama unfolding throughout the course of the race, but those guys did a great job. And another win for Edgelson Carnero. Eldon Mueller there gets a good second-place finish. Tiago Fassini third. Edson Luis comes back and finishes in the fourth position. And Anderson Ferreira finishes in the fifth position. Well, coming up on Wednesday, we'll be at Chicagoland Speedway for 107 laps with the Ironman Racing Series. So race number 1 in that 4th season of 2019 should be a great one. So that's coming up live right here on TurnLeft TV on Wednesday. Well, tonight's race has been brought to you by Indy Car Brasil. You want to do some great racing like we saw tonight? You come right here, Indy Car Brasil. These guys not only do Indy cars, they do some DTM, some GT3s, all kinds of stuff going on, man. Some stock cars, you name it, man. They even have some fun races, too. I think they got some Clio Cup races coming up as well. So definitely some fantastic racing going on at Indy Car Brasil. Give those guys a look, and thanks so much to Sullivan Gardena and all the folks here, especially Sullivan and Eldon Mueller, Edgelson, all those guys, Carlos Leite, just the list goes on. Ben R. Silva, all those guys are really making me feel welcome here at Indy Car Brasil. Thanks for coming out to the YouTube channel. If you like what you see, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so, and make sure you hit that little bell just to the right side of the subscribe button so you know when we have races coming up. And then you can donate. If you'd like to donate, send a donation through PayPal by clicking that link in the banner of the channel. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here on TurnLeft TV. Thanks so much for joining us, and that'll do it. We out of here. We'll see you.